Welcome everyone to this in-depth walkthrough of a reservation form created using HTML. Now we're going to explore how the form is structured. Let's begin with the very first element. At the top, we see a tag with the title, Travel Reservation Form, is perfect for the main title. Just below, there's an element that says asterisk denotes mandatory. The first label is for the full name. This tells users that entering their full name is mandatory. After a line break, we have an input field of type text. This is used for single-line input, such as names or short descriptions. One thing to notice here, although the label has a for equals name, the input field does not have an ID equals name. That's something we should fix. The for attribute in the label should match the ID in the input, so screen readers and assistive technologies can connect them correctly. Let's move on to the second field. Type equals email input is correct. It ensures the browser will validate that the user enters something in the form of an email address. It also helps with mobile keyboards bringing up the @ symbol. But there are two things to improve here. The placeholder says enter your name. That should be something like enter your email address instead to match the purpose of the field. The username equals email attribute doesn't exist in standard HTML. Maybe it was mistakenly added. It should be removed or replaced with something meaningful like name equals email. We have a prompt that says, "What would you want to avail?" This is followed by 3 radio button options: boarding, fooding, and sightseeing. Radio buttons are the right choice here because the user is expected to select only one of these services. Each of these labels has a for attribute, but again, the input fields don't have corresponding IDs. We also don't see any name attributes for the radio inputs. This is important. All radio buttons in a group must share the same name to function correctly. Next, we come to the Terms and Conditions section. That's followed by 2 checkboxes. The first one is labeled I agree, and the second is labeled I disagree. This can be a bit confusing. What happens if a user checks both boxes, or none at all? A more standard approach would be to offer just a single checkbox that says, I agree to the terms and conditions, and perhaps make it required before allowing the form to be submitted. To fix this section, we should add an ID and name for each input. Consider using just one checkbox. Optionally, link to the actual terms and conditions in the label text. Finally, we reach the bottom of the form. This is a simple, functional way to submit the form. But keep in mind, in a real form, we'd also need to wrap all these inputs inside a tag and define the action and method attributes. This is how our final form looks like.